I spent 157 hours going down a rabbit hole to answer one question. Why are millions of people obsessed with Taylor Swift? And I think I accidentally became a Swiftie. A lot of pop stars have catchy songs, but what makes Taylor unique is that she writes all her songs herself. So all 200 songs feel relatable. She captures emotions we feel but don't say out loud, like we're never ever getting back together. Everyone has felt this after a bad on and off relationship. In marketing, that's called a human insight. Like Snickers, you're not you when you're hungry. It makes people think, how did you know that about me? That's what builds a deep emotional connection. People start feeling like she gets them and they get her. So she feels like a friend. And this emotional connection allowed her to gain millions of loyal friends. Just like her music, her girl next door image was really relatable, so it attracted a large audience in the 2000s. Over 20 years, the fans grew up with her, kind of like with Harry Potter. But she also kept intentionally expanding her audience, moving to pop music by attracting Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Unlike most celebrities, Taylor never went off the rails, so over 20 years, she kept gaining and nurturing fans without losing them, which inevitably resulted in a huge audience. Taylor hides Easter eggs in her songs and videos. Fans try to decode and share theories online. That creates a community and a sense of belonging, but it also creates buzz that promotes Taylor's music for her. Fans also support her in all her battles, like telling everyone to only listen to Taylor's versions of the songs. This is called the IKEA effect, where we care more about things we put effort into. A lot of celebrities try to avoid media attention to their private lives, but not Taylor. She knew that people would gossip anyways, so she made it work for her. She essentially turned her entire life into a story. If she has a breakup or a new relationship, her fans know to expect tea in the next album. That's something called an open loop, when you give some information to hook people in and then you resolve it later. This keeps people waiting for the next chapter. She turns problems into PR. She sued the DJ that groped her for $1 just to make a point. When her label sold her masters without her consent, she re-recorded all her albums. And to her target audience, who are mostly women, this looks like Taylor versus the patriarchy. So taking her side makes us feel like good people with high morals. When you take her side, your brain sees you on the same team as Taylor, so you're much more likely to become a fan. By doing all this, she built an image of an unapologetically feminine, sparkly, and badass woman, kind of like a real-world Elle Woods, the ideal self for most women. In marketing, that's called aspirational branding, when someone represents who their audience wants to become. So when we root for her, it feels like we're rooting for ourselves in the future. That's why she's popular. She's a marketing genius.